Alright, hello everyone, it is Foul Play here, back for round 5 of this Modern League. We have won the die roll. We are playing Descender's Deliverance as main deck Ensnaring Bridge Hate. Been losing and scooping game 1 against far too many Tron decks, and here it is right here. We have got something to deal with Ensnaring Bridge. Let's go ahead and keep this hand. Very capable hand otherwise. We've got Leyline for protection. We've got a 3-power flying creature. Seems pretty good to me. If it's a matchup where they don't have artifacts, hey, we can cycle it away for just 1 green mana. That's a pretty efficient cycle. Not going to be too upset about that. So basic plains. Lotus Bloom on Thin Ice. Double Lotus Bloom suspended. Alright, we are up against something wacky. Something tells me it is Pillow Fort, quite possibly, or a take on Pillow Fort. Pillow Fort is an artifact deck, an enchantment deck. They just play a whole bunch of enchantments. They have Nykthos Shrine to add white mana to their mana pool for each of their devotion to white. And then I can't even remember how they kill you. They just lock you out of dealing any damage to them ever. Alright, rest in peace. So that's not going to do too much against us. I'm going to go ahead and cycle this Horizon Canopy, see if I can find something a little bit better. Ethereal Armor is good. That is going to increase our clock substantially. Alright, let's get in for 7. We're a 2 or 3 power aura off of Ethereal Armor, Rancor, or Daybreak Coronet next turn wins it for us. Before they get too out of control here. 9 lives. Oh god. The source would deal damage to you, prevent that, and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on it, exile it. When it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Alright, well that's going to be frustrating. So I'm going to attack here and put my opponent to 0. And then they're going to get a counter on this, and oh, okay. So I should have played the Slippery Bogle out then. My bad. Alright, so they're going to get both these Lotus Blooms out. They're going to have a lot of mana this turn. I guess as long as they don't have Ensnaring Bridge. But even if they do have Ensnaring Bridge, we have the answer for it. And we should just be able to slowly knock down this 9 lives counter here. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Alright, how does he win from here? My mouse was also seemed to have glitched out a little bit. Alright. So I'm not actually sure how he wins. I might just skip through and see if I can find a list or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not winning through damage because Solemnity is going to stop 9 lives from getting counters. So on Thin Ice is going to take Core Spirit Dancer. That's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look up a list here. Opponent casting Suppression Field. Not sure how to get through this one. This looks like it's just mono white. The list I've looked up there has far out. Alright, I'm just gonna concede this one and then have a quick look at the list and then decide how to sideboard. Okay, it looks like I did a really good job of mishitting the pause button. So I've actually missed the remainder of the recording, so I'm going back um, to redo that now. So this is a similar list of the deck that we versed. I, of course, not 100% sure of the exact list, but I'm just going to go through it with you real quick right now. So it's called Enduring Ideal 9 Lives. So they're basically a mono white deck. And they play a whole bunch of hate enchantment effects. So you got your Suppression Field, your Leyline of Sanctity, which we all know about. Not both, yes. You got Solemnity, which I think we saw there in game 1. Players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or land, which combos nicely with their 9 lives, which prevents damage to them and puts counters on 9 lives every time an instance would deal damage to them. Alright, so other than that, they've got Phyrexian Unlife, which we see in Ad Nauseam. Basically, when they go to a 0 or less life, next instance of damage, the remainder of instances of damages are dealt as infect. This only works with damage dealt, not life loss. So Rune Halo, they'll name a creature card and it'll stop that creature from dealing damage to them specifically. It won't stop the creature from dealing damage to planeswalkers or to creatures that they control if they make a silly block or something. On Thin Ice, so sort of like Chain to the Rocks, but for Snowlands. So enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Oblivion Ring as a one-of. Lotus Bloom, I'm sure that's just in there to get a free 3 mana spell. So Greater Auramancy to give the other enchantments Shroud. And then this is where the actual deck comes in. It uses Enduring Ideal to search their library and put an enchantment into play. So they search up either Form of Dragon, and Form of Dragon goes at the beginning of your upkeep. It deals 5 damage to target creature or player. The end of each turn, your life total becomes 5. And creatures without flying can't attack you. And Dovescope, which is whenever a player plays a non-creature spell, counter that spell, that player puts X 1/1 birds and bird creature tokens with flying into play, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. So they kill you by dealing damage to you with Form of Dragon or by creatures with Dovescape. Moving over to their sideboard, they've got Worship, which is, a very scary card, particularly if they use Greater Auramancy to give it Shroud. 2 more Oblivion Rings, 2 Damping Spheres, 2 Ghost Quarters, 3 Pithing Needle, and 4 Rest in Peace. So sideboarding for this, I'll just pause this one real quick and go back over this way to my list. Bridge meta, yeah. Although with this one I had the 2 Descenders Deliverance. Alright. So we had 2 Descenders Deliverance in here, and I think I cut a Sentinel's Eyes for it. Just going to move them there so I don't lose them forever. So obviously you're going to want to bring in your Force of Vigors in this matchup. You're going to want to bring in your Gadok Tigs. Descenders Deliverance does destroy their Lotus Bloom, but that's it. And it doesn't hit any of their enchantments. I think I only had 2 forces in this list, not the full 3. Suppression Field, O-Ring would be good, but that wasn't in this list. So it's pretty much just bring in your Force and your Suppression Field, take out that. And I think I took out my Ley Lines and left 1 Descender's Deliverance in as an extra green source for my Force of Vigor. So if we just go back to this bit here, it was Rinko, and game 2. Hit replay there real quick. Alright. Alright, so mulligan that first hand. I think I mulliganed twice there. That's pretty annoying. So came to this hand. Yep, that looks like a pretty capable hand to me. Probably ditching the Dried Arbor and the Hyena Umbra here. So Dried Arbor, Hyena Umbra. Yep, cool. Opponent starts with Leyline. Looks like they kept a 7 as well. No, they kept a 6 and they started with Leyline. We're on the play. So we go creature and what's this? Till end of turn or something? I'm not sure. Creature pass. And opponent does land nothing. So we fetch out. We get as much damage on the board here, which means Rancor and Cartouche Solidarity. We're not afraid of, or we're semi-afraid of Wrath effects, like they could have one. Okay, I was afraid enough to put Spider Umbra down. I don't think that's right. I think I would have put the Cartouche down there. Especially having a look at this list. Greater Auramancy from my opponent. That and leaving the extra green aura in my hand, yeah, could be important for Force of Vigor, which I now don't have a card to pitch 2 or 4. So now we can only target 1 enchantment, which is the Greater Auramancy. If they draw this second Greater Auramancy, we won't be able to target either of them. Phyrexian Unlife comes down, so that's a nice scary one. We get Bogles, so we were pretty lucky. We got bailed out there. And I'm pretty sure I just wait for my opponent to cast something here, and then I kill Greater Auramancy in response at the appropriate time. So Suppression Field, yeah, again, not fussed about that. They can cast that. So they spent their whole turn doing that. So we'll kill that, and now we just have to deal with Phyrexian Unlife to kill them, or we need to just do 3 attacks to kill them, right? So we'll put them to 0 here, then we need to deal infect damage to them. I think we just actually end up killing them with infect damage here. I don't think we draw the interaction. Alright, so it looks like he sent a GG or something. I wonder if that can... whatever. Alright, so that was it for this game. We won this game. Going to the sideboard, I think I made a slight change between games 2 and game 3 with my sideboard choices. Maybe I brought the Descender's Deliverance back in as a green card. I can't quite remember. Alright, so this hand, we're on the draw this game. This hand doesn't look quite good enough to me, but maybe I keep it. Okay, I do keep it. I guess my theory is if I draw another land, I've got a really good clock to race them, and I've got spare green cards in my hand if I draw into my Force of Vigor to interact with their enchantments. So we go for broke here, get Temple Garden, play our guy, pass. Opponents suspended a Lotus Bloom, so that's on their first turn, so time counters come off at this turn. Suppression Field, so that's going to be good if we draw a fetch land, good for our opponent, that is. So now we can Dried Arbor, Ethereal Armor, attack for 2, and then the turn after we can get Windswept Teeth happening. Or play Griffspoon plus Bogle, and I think I play Griffspoon plus Bogle. On thin ice, yeah, so they get our Dried Arbor. Alright, so we just go Griffspoon. Our fetch land is switched off here because Suppression Field OP. And here comes Lotus Bloom. They sack it. They get Nevermore out, choosing Force of Vigor. So we're not going to be able to hit their enchantments anymore this game. Our lands are locked off. They're doing a pretty good job of hate-bearing us with their auras. There comes Solemnity. Only 2 cards left in hand for them, though. We do draw the Razorverge Thicket. So here comes Daybreak. We get to attack for 8. 2-turn clock. And yeah, we managed to get there, which is really, really strong. Our opponent does just concede. Obviously, they didn't draw the Phyrexian Unlive or the 9 lives. They do have, 8 draws to potentially get that there. Maybe their hand was clogged up with stuff that costs more mana. If they Nykthos Shrine here, they had access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. And I guess that wasn't quite enough. Even with their... what's it called? Enduring Ideal. Yeah, they need 7 mana for that. So, yep, that was that. We actually did get the win in this match here, so that was really good. Very pleased about that. So yeah, just going over the list real quick here for everyone now. Look, yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the list here. I think Descender's Deliverance did sort of hurt us. Having only 2 Force of Vigors in the sideboard was a little bit annoying as well. So in my next league that I do actually change things up a little bit. So I remove Descender's Deliverance, I bring in an O-Ring, I bring in the second Sentinel's Eyes. So that's for tomorrow's league. And I remove the 4th path for the 3rd Force of Vigor, which you can sort of see behind my transparent image there. And yeah, like, I think, you know, we probably overachieved in this particular league. Like, we beat Ad Nauseam and we beat this 9 Lives deck, and I don't really think we have any right to beat either of those decks, really. Like, it's going to be that 5 or 10% actual games that we win against them, because those are horrible matchups, I'm sure. I guess, like, if we're packing 3 Force of Vigors, maybe this 9 Lives matchup isn't too bad, because they only have 2 copies of the Shroud enchantment. Is it Greater Auramancy? But yeah, that's going to be it for today's videos, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like or a comment down below. If you're new, be sure to subscribe for daily Bogles content and ring that bell for notifications every time a new video goes live. Thank you all. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.